Hey man, say man, it's your boy Big Dreams. Welcome back to the channel. Before we carry on any further with this video, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell, set it to all. We is back with another banging video, back with another reaction video, man. And today, y'all see the screen, we are gonna be reacting to Adam22 turns his back on 4 Extra. Point and shoot. We finna dig in here and see what's going on. I'm not gonna make the opening of this video too long. All I ask is that y'all smash that like button so this video can rank higher in the algorithm. Go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you want me to react to. And if you watching me and you not subscribed, man, subscribe. That's all I ask. We finna go on ahead and dig in, man.
Alright, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about this new beef that's going on between 4 Extra and the 16. And it all ties back to that hand incident. We all remember when 4 Extra's hand was destroyed by fireworks on that 4th of July afternoon, and how viral it went and everything else. Well, 4 Extra wants money now. He wants to actually cash in on this viral moment of his, and so for his first interview back, he's asking for a cash compensation in the amount of 50,000 US dollars.
What? Already looking for 50,000. Sheesh.
So the 16 is furious about this. He feels like he put 4 Extra on. He feels like he popularized him. He feels like he has rights to 4 Extra. And so when 4 Extra's fingers detonated, the 16 felt like he was going to come up big off of this. He thought he was pretty much entitled to the first interview back because it's no jumper and 4 Extra is a no jumper crip. He thought that it was in the bag, but he was wrong because 4 Extra is shopping around looking for the highest bidder. And the 16 is not happy about this. He sees this as disobedience. And so he's holding this grudge against 4 Extra. He's angry at 4 Extra. His blood is boiling. He wishes he could punch 4 Extra right in the face. And that leads us into the first clip that I want to show you guys. This is the 16 of Nashua talking to Wag 3 Fingers about a week after the injury. And he's
Wag
talking to
3
Wag about
Fingers
how
is
it's
wild.
yesterday's news and that no one cares about the 4 Extra thing anymore. Everyone's already moved on. And what he's doing is he's signaling to all the content creators out there that this isn't that big a deal and that they're not going to get a good return on their investment should they pay the 50,000. So the 16 is actually trying to ruin 4 Extra's bag in this next clip. Watch this.
What happened?
4 Extra losing his hand feels like ancient history at this point.
Yeah. It's really like a thing of the past.
Well, it's been like a week.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, I think what it is if he would have lost his hand like on a Magic Mountain roller coaster ride and something happened, people would still be into it. But the more the story comes out,
I feel like we got to be careful to not talk about this in such a callous way. People would still be into
no,
it.
because here's the thing.
So the 16 and 3 Fingers Whack think that the 4 Extra thing is old now. They think that it's like, people don't even care anymore. We've moved on. It's not interesting. And this is 1 week after the explosion took place. Now, I want to play this next clip. This is from the day of the explosion, the 4th of July. What I'm about to show you is Wag 3 Fingers on a secretly recorded phone call where he starts talking mad shit about 4 Extra behind his back.
What?
This is, so let me explain. 607 Unk calls 3 Fingers Whack and doesn't tell him the phone call's being recorded. And then 3 Fingers Whack breaks the news to 607 Unk that 4 Extra's hand has been detonated. And so you're going to see a genuine reaction to the news by 607 Unk, and you're going to see Wag 3 Fingers, who doesn't think he's being recorded and that this is being used for content. He's speaking from the heart. And he starts talking about 4 Extra's career over. His whole hand gone. He's really...
Hey, bro, if y'all thought 4 Extra was extra hyper before the incident, oh, he finna be hyper now. With whatever he have left on his hand that's not intended as a joke, he's finna come back acting a fool. If he can even get back on no jumper. Because at this point, you asking for 50 bands. I know that ruffled Adam22's feathers. I know that ruffled some feathers. I know he feels betrayed. I know he feels like you just trying to make a little extra come up off him or whatever the case may be. I know that ruffles some feathers. But y'all think he was a fool before? Oh, 4 Extra is finna be a plum fool now. If he ever get back on no jumper or touch any platform that'll pay him what he want, oh, he finna act a plum fool from now on moving forward. This ain't just something he doing right now. This is finna go on for the rest of freaking time. I guarantee y'all.
Respectful, and it does not seem like he likes 4 Extra very much. In fact, it seems like he's kind of happy about this. Seems like this is kind of good news to Wack. Listen to his tone. Listen to this.
Right this. Right here with you. Yo, Wack, I'm right here with Bob. Now, didn't you say that Bob told you? I'm right here with Bob, my manager.
So he says nothing about cameras or recording any of this, but listen to what Wack says about 4 Extra. Listen to this.
4 Extra's fucked up. He just blew his whole hand off.
Wow.
Whole hand gone. His whole career over because he built on fight niggas. He can't, what he gonna say he gonna fight?
Wow, he can't even fight no more. It's about a good time for me to take that fight now.
He can't even talk about fight.
Yeah, 607 Uxie. It's about good time you take that fight now.
Now I probably can win one now. Wack, listen, set the pod. Can we set the pod now?
Wow. So again, this
He said,
to
I could
me
probably win
sounds
one now.
like
That's
a celebratory
crazy.
tone. He's like, who he gonna fight? Who he even gonna talk about fighting? He can't
That's
even talk
crazy,
about fighting
yo.
no more. That's crazy. So to me, it sounds like shade. I'm sorry. I'm just wondering what 4 Extra is going to think about it, how he's going to feel about that. If he feels like he can no longer speak about the subject of fighting. Now, Wack 3 Fingers only said that stuff because he didn't know he was being recorded. And so this next clip that I've got, he knows he's being recorded. This is his podcast with the 16. And so now that he knows that the lights are on and the cameras are rolling, he's singing a different tune. And what you're going to hear is Wack 3 Fingers suggest that 4 Extra should have his own TV show on Netflix.
What?
Watch this.
I'm gonna be real. I believe, me personally, 4 Extras has a story.
Yeah.
I believe 4 Extras could do a series. I really believe that. And that's something that can get him ahead.
So just a week before this, 3 Fingers Wack was saying that 4 Extra's career was completely over.
His whole career over because he built on fight niggas.
And now he's saying that 4 Extra's career is on the rise.
He has a story and he has a series.
See, what everyone needs to understand about Wack 3 Fingers is that he's very stupid. This is a scientifically proven fact, and this ties us into our next clip. This is going to be Wack 3 Fingers suggesting that 4 Extra might make a huge amount of money by filming.
Okay, listen. We ain't finna sit up here and disregard the name Wack 3 Fingers. Where did 3 Fingers come from? Where did 3 Fingers come from? Where did Wack 3 Fingers come from, bro? Where did that idea come from?
Listen to this. This is crazy.
3
By
Fingers is
filming
crazy.
A dramatic reenactment of his firework injury explosion.
What?
That's what he says. Listen to this.
Pay that type of money to do a reenactment that's probably 20, 30 minutes long.
Why would anybody want a reenactment?
Because
this is sick.
No, people like to see shit. 4 Extras wouldn't have a problem with reenacting, standing on the court, how your day went that morning. They already got the clips of him clowning with the shit in his head. They got that.
If he wanted to do it,
Shit. I mean,
sure,
listen,
we could
if
do
he
it.
want-
I'm just saying I'm not going to be like in a bidding war for this.
So that's really interesting that Wack 3 Fingers, I mean, what we're witnessing here is Wack 3 Fingers pretending to have interest in 4 Extra's career. Wack 3 Fingers, in his mind, Wack thinks that 4 Extra's done, that he's a joke, his career's washed. But he's able to comfortably sit in that chair and lie to everyone about
Bruh.
this interest.
I'm gonna tell y'all why 4 Extra is finna be good moving forward, I think. And I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna turn him up even more. All the people that 4 Extra has said he will put hands on in the past is going to talk down on him and his hand incident every chance they get. All 4 Extras, you ain't got no hand now. 4 Extras, you done talked all that mess. 4 Extras, oh, you can't box no more, 4 Extras. That's all they gonna be saying, bro. They gonna play on his top, and he not gonna like that. And y'all thought he act a plum fool before the firecracker incident. He finna go crazy now because so many people have came out, including Aaron the plumber. Y'all just heard 607 basically making fun of the hand incident, bro. You think he not finna sit up here and say something? Even with his hand in the little sling and his hand wrapped up in whatever condition his hand in, y'all still think he ain't gonna say, I still sock him up. I still sock him up. Ha! Like y'all think 4 Extra finna give up doing that? No. That's what he's known for one thing. And 2, he ain't finna stop. He still finna talk his talk. That ain't finna stop no time soon. They sitting up here thinking that 4 Extra finna change. 4 Extra finna turn up even more. Because this is a viral moment for him, bro. If he got sense, and which I know he got sense, but if he got sense from the content side, he gonna take this and run it up as much as he possibly can. That's why he asking for 50 bands to come back. That's why you asking for 50 bands, bruh. Because he already know as soon as he go on there, act the fool, talk all that mess with his arm in a sling, it's gonna do numbers, bro. I guarantee y'all it's gonna do numbers. And you're gonna have all these people, Whack 100, Aaron the Plumber, 607 who that was that saying that they was wanting to box him, King Field, whatever his name is, him, all these people that he said he was gonna put hands on are gonna come and chime in after he do his 4 extra no jumper interview. All these other people gonna flow in, and it's just gonna be a whole big commotion off of that one interview having 4 extra back, if that's what Adam choose to do. Pay this man 50 bands for a first interview back. That interview right there and all the ones after that, I guarantee y'all will do numbers, especially the one with 4 extra, because he gonna go stupid.
He says that he has in 4 extra. That's really interesting to me. I mean, I'm wondering what you guys think, because that's crazy. Now for this next part, this is going to be the 16 of Nashua explaining that he doesn't want to pay 4 extra anything.
5,000 is so much money.
What's the number that you would be happy to give?
The same one we were doing before. But I'm not, either way, all I'm saying, I fuck with him, but am I going to, like, give him a huge bump in pay because he blew his hand off? I don't really understand that.
But you've got to admit the price gone up, right? He's national news. You got to admit that his price went up, and maybe you do got to put in a little more to get
So
this.
what I think's going on here is that the 16 pays 4 extra a set amount, a salary amount of money every month, whether his videos do well or not. Let's say $5,000. So 4 extra makes $5,000 to be on No Jumper every single month. So the 16 doesn't want to change that. He wants to just pay the $5,000, and then if he makes $50,000 off of all the clips and all the interviews that he does with 4 extra, he gets to keep all that and just keep paying 4 extra the $5,000. So he's really getting over on 4 extra, it looks like. And 4 extra knows that this month is worth a lot more than $5K. So he's trying to get $50K this month. He's trying to really cash in, but the 16's not going for it. The 16 wants it all. He wants the whole thing. So the 16's evil, and what he's trying to do is he's trying to convince 4 extra, and everyone else for that matter, that 4 extra's first interview back situation is not going to be that profitable, and he's trying to discourage 4 extra from seeking a bigger bag. Watch this.
I got contacted by 2 different people in this content space who told me that they had conversations with him about his request to be paid handsomely for an interview. They both informed me that they spoke to him, that they turned him down, and then they told me how the conversation went. I didn't reach out for this information. They just reached out to me. So 4 extra is out there digging for gold, trying to find someone who wants to invest in his comeback tale. As far as if his return interview will be on No Jumper, I don't know. I'm waiting to speak to him, so I will have to leave you guys in wait for that information. He definitely reached out to Vlad, and Vlad was not feeling it. Vlad said that when he requested that he didn't even make him a counter offer because he just felt like it was so outlandish that it was just not even close.
He's standing on that 50 band.
I mean, he's shooting for the 50 bands. I don't know where he's going to land, but for sure then, I mean, I assume he does one high-priced interview maybe at some point, and then he comes and speaks to me afterwards and tells me, oh, let's get back to a regular content schedule. But the thing about it is that it's like, you know, if he's playing hardball, I'm playing hardball. So when it comes time to renegotiate, who knows where we land. So, you know, that's where I'm at as far as the 4 extra.
All right, so this is where the threats start to become sprinkled in a little bit by the 16. He's going to start threatening 4 extra with retaliation. Like, if you go out and look for a bag for this interview, and then you try to come crawling back to me, I'm going to give you less money than I did before, and this is completely out of spite.
Admit that his price went up, and maybe you do got to put in a little more to get this.
He is wise to play that card.
I'm
not biting.
How can he?
For sure.
Yeah, he should go get it. And then he could come home, and then we could have another conversation. But it might not be as good as it was before.
That's
might
like
have fucked up your prior deal by going somewhere else.
Wow, so the 16 says that 4 extra is very wise for doing this, for taking this course of action with his career. He says he's wise. He's very wise. He's wise.
That's Adam for you, though, bro.
He's actually really smart for doing this. Well, if he's so smart for doing this, why are you?
That's Adam, though, for you, bro.
Retaliation and punishment for doing it.
What?
Why don't you want 4 extra to make any fucking money? You know what the 16 should do? The 16 should just say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give 4 extra all the money for all the revenue that comes out of this interview. Problem solved.
What?
The 16 could easily show his support for his friend 4 extra by allowing 4 extra to take 100% of the profits for this interview.
But listen, though, bro. Ain't nobody obligated to really look out for you in the aspect like that. Let's just be honest. Ain't nobody obligated to look out for you in that aspect. For one thing, I don't know how much Adam was already paying 4 Extra before this incident. 4 Extra, I'm sure all these doctor bills and stuff like that might be one of the main reasons why he asking for that much to come back. Might got doctor bills, pharmaceuticals and all that stuff like that. Medicines, probably got to go to therapy and all that stuff and go back and forth doctor visits to make sure you healing up properly. Might try to come up with a little device to put on his hand or whatever the case may be, bro. That costs money, gang. That costs money. So I can see why he's aiming to get more money, because it may be a lot of that hospital stuff and doctor bills and stuff like that that's getting them. But at the same time, bro, Adam is that kind of person. If you locked in on a certain amount with him, Adam is that type of person. He not going to change that. Or if you owe him a significant amount of money, and I think he did this with Brick Baby. I think he made the statement on one interview. He was like, I wouldn't feel comfortable letting Brick Baby get more money knowing that he already owes me this amount of money. Why would I give you more money and you already owe me this amount of money? I feel like once he locked in on a certain deal, he's not finna change that. Or if you owe him money, he really not gonna give you no money. It's not that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't necessarily say that he don't want to help people. Adam just set in his ways, bro. It's a difference when somebody don't want to help you at all and when you just set in your ways. Because by the sounds of it, if 4 Extra came back and just was okay with being paid the same amount you've been getting paid, seems like he all right with that. So it ain't like Adam don't want to pay 4 Extra. It's just 4 Extra is demanding a bigger amount, and Adam is set in his ways. And he's a tough shell to crack. Like, you ain't finna sit up here and just try to bully me out no $50,000 for an interview. Then you go and ask Vlad. Then you go and ask whoever you ask. Vlad already turned it down because Vlad at max might pay niggas like maybe 15 to 20K, 25K, something like that, bro. Maybe even 40, like 30, 40, depending on who you get on there. Probably what he paying. And he probably ain't even paying a whole lot of people that much, to be honest. It just depends. But I'm going to tell y'all now, bro, for 4 Extra, I know Vlad ain't finna invest no 50K for 4 Extra, bro. If Adam not willing to invest it, and Adam already made a deal with 4 Extra in the past, and it's alleged here that he's paying him 5 bands a month, what makes you think he finna bump that junk up 45 more bands and give you 50? What makes you think he finna do that if he's so accustomed to paying you the amount of money that he's been paying you? It's literally obvious that Adam is saying clear as day, hey, I don't have nothing to do with his hand being blown off. He the one that made the choice to do what he did. So why I'm going to sit up here and be the one to pay for your decision? Like, that's basically what he's saying right now without directly saying that.
4 Extra to secure a nice little baggie without the 16 having to come out of pocket for anything. And it'll show loyalty and respect between the two parts. I mean, this is a great idea, I think. But the 16 doesn't want that. The 16 wants to secretly bank on all that content while paying 4 Extra a measly monthly.
It seems like he just set in his ways, bro.
Extra to roll over.
That's all it is. And somebody who set in their ways, they ain't gonna change, bro. Somebody who's accustomed to acting a certain way or operating a certain way, they not gonna change. I promise y'all. It's hard to crack the shell of a person who's set in their ways.
Gaslight and continue these threats, these idle threats of retaliation. If 4 Extra goes somewhere else for his first interview back, the 16 is going to make sure 4 Extra is sorry for doing that.
I kind of feel like he might end up looking like at this situation like, damn, damn, I should have kept doing what I was doing with no jumper.
But why does-
I think he thinks I'm the girl that's always going to take him back off the back. And that has not been clear. You know, I value loyalty, and I do look at the situation like it's a little bit odd to me. Because if he wants to play hardball with his return interview, why shouldn't I play hardball when it comes to renegotiating whatever terms were we to come to another agreement to do content together again?
So the 16 is mad at 4Extra for disobeying him. He doesn't really care about this firework interview. He doesn't even think the interview is going to do any numbers.
But even still, bruh, you know Buddy got a whole lot that he got to take care of, bro. Bills. And not just his regular bills like your utilities in your house and all that stuff and cars and stuff. We talking about doctor stuff, bro. We talking about constant visits, probably physical therapy, probably getting a little device made for his hand, all this stuff here, bro. Medicine, pharmaceuticals, all that stuff like that. We talking about stuff that's thousands of dollars in price, bro. I can see if he upped it some to put, excuse me. I can see if he upped it some to put extra money in his pocket. We might not be able to reach 50 because I got other stuff that I'm trying to take care of. But at least a little bit he could have upped it, bro. If he really paying him 5, you could have gave him 10, 12, something like that. Put extra bread in his pocket to make sure he got the funds that he need to take care of his medical stuff on top of your bills that you already got to worry about anyway as an adult. I feel like he could have upped that a little bit just to kind of look out for him in that medical side area, bro, because that side is expensive. Just as expensive as your regular freaking bills, bro. I'm telling you, bro, like, I feel like he should have did that, but it's gonna always be a big, hard negotiation with Adam when it comes to stuff like that, bro. Like, Adam ain't just that type of person. You ain't finna sit up there and, oh man, you was paying me 10 before, oh, now I want 30. You want 30? You want me to up it from 10 to 30? You want me to increase 20 band? Nah, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. Like, he that kind of person, bro. He's set in his ways, bro. And like I said, you can't make nobody change who's set in their ways, y'all.
Didn't paying a wooden nickel for the interview. He's like, yeah, sure, go out and do whatever you think you're going to do, but don't think you're going to have a job here. What he's saying is that he doesn't even think 4Extra's interview is going to do any numbers, and that when that interview flops, that he's pretty much not interested in 4Extra anymore, that his career's over. He looks at 4Extra now like Whack Three Fingers does. They both think that 4Extra's career is completely done. So the 16 is taking this as an initiative to start distancing himself
That's what
now
they
from
think.
4Extra. And when he decides to finally turn
That's what
on
they
4Extra,
think.
he can
I promise y'all, 4Extra come back and act a plum fool how he did before, that's gonna do numbers just because people gonna be in the comments, oh, he talking all this noise, he don't have a full hand. Ain't no way you blew your hand off, you still talking about trying to squabble and trying to sock people up and stuff like that. Oh, you go back to jail, they're gonna beat you. Like, folks will watch it just to talk mess about 4Extra. And like I said, none of this is jokes. I'm just really saying what people would actually say.
and say, hey, he's the one who turned his back on me, not the other way around. What? So he's going to turn on 4Extra and cut him off completely, but he wants it to be 4Extra's fault. Okay, does that make sense? The 16's just trying to avoid that Adam's a snake narrative that happens every time he turns on someone. So now he's like, hey, I tried to do everything I could for him. He ran off. I don't know what to tell you. You know, the numbers just don't make sense anymore, you know? Because he doesn't think 4Extra's going to do any numbers now anymore. He thinks 4Extra's cooked. Not to mention the fact that the 16 now doesn't like 4Extra and holds a grudge against 4Extra on a personal level because 4Extra and the 16 had a phone call. And the 16 said that 4Extra was very threatening to him during this phone call, and the 16 was not happy about this.
I did speak to 4Extras on the phone on Friday. Now, I will reveal to the people, he was not 100% happy with me. He felt like it was weak for me to be on a podcast with people that he perceives as ops and to ask them what they thought about the situation with his blowing up of his hand. And I get that.
So what the cuck is referring to is that 4Extra's
cuck
hand
is
blew up, and then a
crazy.
couple days later, the 16 is asking 4Extra's enemies what they thought about the situation, and it seemed like the 16 was trying to prompt 4Extra's enemies into making fun of him on No Jumper for views and money and wealth. And so that's the next thing I want to show you guys is the 16 trying to get King Pill, 4Extra's enemy, King Pill. He's trying to get King Pill to say something about 4Extra's hand. And this hurt 4Extra's feelings deeply. Look at this.
People are trying to get me to laugh, crack jokes. Anyway, 4Extra's lost his hand.
Man,
let's talk about it. How did you first feel when you saw it? At least some people here in the room, let's be totally real, some people here have a dog in the fight. Munchie had been going back and forth with him, shitting on him, saying that he wasn't all he was cracked up to be. And then, in addition to that, King Pill had been turned down for a fight, and 4Extra's actually said that you were a smoker, that you were not worthy of getting in the ring with him, etc. I can't help but feel like it probably hit Shaw slightly different than it hit other people.
Oh yeah, man. Really, I was thinking it was AI at first. You feel me? I'm like, man, this shit gotta be AI. You
like
feel
8
me?
hours after it came out, he was still hitting me up like, y'all really want us to believe this bullshit? Huh?
So from what I just watched, 4Extra should absolutely be upset with the 16. That was incredibly out of pocket.
It do seem like he was trying to bait him into
turn
something.
down the fucking fade.
Like he was trying to instigate.
How disrespectful do you need to be before it gets to be a problem? And so this beef is really starting to sprout here in this next clip. We're going to hear the 16 describe the phone call with him and 4Extra and how threatened the 16 felt and how scared he felt. Apparently 4Extra told the 16 to pull up on him at the studio, and the 16 chickened out because he didn't trust 4Extra because they're pretty much beefing. Now listen to this.
He did feel a way about that, and it was a little bit of a threatening or like an angry vibe to it. Like, pull up on me in the studio. I want to talk to you. Just me and you. I want to talk to you. And I'm like, ooh. I'm like, what are you doing, 4Extra? Why you acting like that? Why you acting like you're a little mad at me? What is that? And he's like, nah, just pull up to the studio. I want to talk to you. And I kept pushing, and that's when he revealed that at least the thing that he wanted to mention that he was annoyed by was me talking to people that he doesn't get along with about his hand or whatever. My response to that really is like, bro, we talk about current events. You blowing up your hand was the biggest thing of that week. I'm on a podcast with people that you don't technically get along with. We talking about it. I'm sorry, man. That's just how this goes.
So the 16 basically
But see,
says,
that's so disloyal, though, bruh. That's so disloyal. You mean to tell me, oh, we still gonna talk about it? I'm sorry. Like, bro, you mean to tell me you can't do something simple like sit up here, hope that I heal, and leave it at that? You gotta sit up here and try to bait people who I'm not cool with into saying something about me just to get me riled up? Like, come on, bro. That's not cool right there. Y'all heard what he just said, bro. Ain't nothing about that cool. That's kind of on that disloyal side right there, bro. For real. Oh, we talk about current events. Your hand blew up, this, that, and the third. Oh, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Bro, no. No, man. Especially if that's somebody that you got as a host on your show who helps you bring in the numbers, and you gonna sit up there and show that type of vibe. That's disrespectful if you ask me. That's disrespectful if you ask me, bro. Regardless to if 4Extra had threw that firecracker or not, bro. And it could have been any other situation, bro. Not just the firecracker situation. Anything else could have happened to 4Extra. If you sit up here and you try to parade what just happened to him as a joke, you trying to bribe people into talking about this, man. You trying to instigate, oh man, he said this, and this about you. You remember he said this, and that. Bruh, that's not cool, bruh. Nothing about that is cool at all. That's disloyalty. That's disrespect. I can understand that. And then you got all the people on there who you know he don't mess with. Of course, you can bring whoever you want to on your platform, but how you gonna bring somebody on your platform to talk about one of your consistent hosts that you have a deal with? That's not cool, bruh. The man lost almost his whole hand. And you sitting up here, you got that man up there. Oh man, you remember he said you were a smoker. He didn't want to fight you. He turned down to fight with you. Oh, he said this, he said that. Bro, that's not cool, dog. That's fake. That's fake, bro.
I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, bitch. What? Pretty much what he said. He doesn't give a fuck about 4Extra's stupid ass little
That's
incident.
fake,
That's
yo.
yesterday's news. That's last week's headlines to the 16. The 16's focusing on new stuff. And at the end of the day, the 16 doesn't give a rat's ass what 4Extra does if he comes or goes. He just knows he's not paying him anything. And I think he kind of wants 4Extra to go now because he's not going to be as profitable now that he can't fight, and he's a liability because the 16's afraid of him, and so is Whack. So I would be shocked if 4Extra continued to be a main character at No Jumper. I think the 16 wants him gone. I think the 16 wants 4Extra to be mad at him so that he won't come back. That's why he was making fun of 4Extra the other night on the No Jumper show. He's making fun of his song. 4Extra made this idiotic song where he was like rapping about surviving this incident with this firework, and the 16 and everyone thought it was so funny that 4Extra's that stupid that they started making fun of him for it, and the 16's like laughing at him and mocking his efforts to put hype around his hand. This was so disrespectful.
How'd you guys? Did you guys all hear the fireworks diss track? He's like dissing the fireworks.
I'm not going to play the song for copyright reasons, but look at the 16's face while he's listening to 4Extra's hard work.
Let me hear right now.
Somebody said, sheesh, like he killed this shit. Hey, man, hey, look. He rapping like somebody shot him. Like he fighting for his
So the
life.
16's laughing at 4Extra. He's making fun of him. He thinks 4Extra's a fucking fool. He thinks he's stupid. He thinks 4Extra could never make content on his own. He thinks he's too stupid. He's not a normal person. And he compares 4Extra to Crit Mac and says 4Extra's too stupid and incoherent to do content on his own, and that he needs someone like the 16 to make it normal enough for people to watch. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about in this next
At one
clip.
point, we tried to do the Crit Mac show, and we had Crit Mac reacting to different clips and videos. So I'm thinking Crit Mac reacting to stuff is great. It didn't really work because it's like people wanted to see Crit Mac and me. So you have someone who's totally wild, crazy, funny, ridiculous, and then you have someone who's at least a little bit normal in the form of me. You have the crazy person playing off the sort of normal person, and I think that if it's just a crazy person being crazy the whole time, not to say that Forrest is just some crazy dude, but like I wouldn't say that he naturally knows how to put a podcast together on his own. I feel like he's always going to have to be offset with somebody who can kind of like rein them in a little bit, because otherwise it's going to be like, you know, you see this 3
So the
minute clip.
16 talks about 4Extra like he's a fucking idiot, like he's a goddamn circus animal or something, and it's just really hard to watch. And I'm wondering where this is going to go. How is this going to develop? What's in store for us with this new situation? Will 4Extra stand on business? Does he have a backbone? Does he have integrity? Or is he going to fold and just, you know, do what the 16 wants him to do, which is fall in line? Only time will tell, and we will keep our eyes on this as the story develops. So check out the Patreon, and I'll see you on the next one.
But nah, that's wild situation, chat. That is a wild situation. But listen, y'all let me know what y'all think. I said what I had to say. This is the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Set it to all. Excuse me. All social media links will be in the description. The link to the previous reaction video will be there as well. Follow me on all my social medias. Click the link to the previous reaction video and watch that whole video after you watch this whole video. Don't forget the link to the second channel will be in the description too. Make sure y'all click that link, go there, subscribe, and show love, because y'all will be seeing my face over there from time to time. But listen, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all for showing me love back. And we out this thing, man, for real.